is a very important one, being Stroke Awareness Month, and two special guests joining us right now, Tammy, stroke survivor, and Wendy Duke, speech language pathologist. Very important message, and I want to start off with you, Tammy. Your personal story. Tell us about what you experienced 3 years ago.
3 years ago, before, I was experiencing migraines, right before I was having a week-long migraine, and I was going to my doctor because the migraine was way worse. And so she went and see her, and she said, well, I can't see anything abnormal. And so I went to the eye doctor, and he said the same thing. And then 2 days before the stroke, I was experiencing a TIA, transient ischemic attack.
Yeah.
And we went, I had a weakness in my leg, in my arm, and I had problems talking. We went to the hospital, and they put me in a scanner, and when I went back into the room, all of the symptoms went away. Mm-hmm. And they said, well, it must just be the migraine. It can present that way. So they said, you can go home if you want. And overnight, I had the stroke. And
a lot of warning signs here. Wendy, you know, when you hear this story, you've done a lot of work, obviously, in this field, getting the message out. What are the most common warning signs and then treatments for those that experience the stroke that Tammy had in this case?
Well, Tammy had one of the really classic warning signs, and that's an unusual headache. And difficulty speaking is another sign. Weakness on one side of the body. So all these things are things that you should be getting medical attention for right away. In fact, with stroke, most strokes are the kind where there's a blockage of blood flow in the brain, and those strokes, if you get a kind of medication within about 4 hours of your symptoms, they can pretty much reverse or at least minimize the effects of the stroke. So time is very important.
Timing is crucial, and so is having, a powerful support network. This happened for you, Tammy, 3 years ago. What have you seen in terms of support, resources, volunteers helping you?
For me, the support has been continuous, right from Burnaby General to Eagle Ridge to home support, from Columbia Speech to I can't remember, St. Elizabeth.
A lot of great support here, we can see.
My stroke club, but then I have friends that have problems getting support, so there's discrepancies, and I can't understand why I get chosen and my friend doesn't.
Wendy, can you comment on that?
Yes,
what the reality is?
I can comment. There's many factors that go into whether or not somebody gets rehab. One thing that Tammy had in her favor was both her age and where she lives, because the Fraser Health Authority has the Acquired Brain Injury Services, and that is a program through which Tammy got 9 months of speech therapy at home, which was really helpful for her. Mm-hmm. And not every health authority has a similar program, and it's not for everybody. It only goes up to age 65, but the Acquired Brain Injury Services is really a useful program. We really love to see home-based services funded, because that's where people are really learning what their true struggles are, more so than when they're still in the hospital.
Well, you both are here championing an important message to get the awareness out. Obviously, volunteering resources are so important. There is the website on the bottom of the screen. If you're watching at home and you want to support and get involved, that's how you can do just that. Ladies, thank you so much for being on BT and sharing this message.
Thank you.
All right.